What's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. I pray that you're all doing well. Bubsy was meant to open up, but it's okay. I can open up. How are you guys doing, man? Guys, this week we're going to be talking about a lot of things. You know, a lot of stuff has happened, a lot of tournaments. We just got some breaking news which we're going to go over. But first and foremost, Bubsy, how are you doing, my bro?
Bro, can't you see I'm glistening, bro? That is
I see you
sweat,
shining,
bro.
man. I see you shining.
I'm shining.
It's boiling, bro, man.
Like, yeah, man.
Hey, we just disappeared, bro.
I'm sorry. I warned them beforehand. My camera might overheat, and yeah, it just happened. I'll be back soon, but keep going, Bubsy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Nah, man, it's all good. It's all good. We're here. We're gonna try and make this one as quick as possible, as concise as possible, getting to the point, because I ain't eating. It's mad hot. It's just the truth. I'm sure JoKa's feeling the heat as well. I hope you guys are staying cool. Yeah, but okay, let's just get into the first one. Obviously, breaking news, we just had the recent rule change for 2026 TWT. And I'm sure JoKa will bring it up on the screen for you because he is that kind of guy. Ah, see, perfect. So as you can see, it's all kind of surrounded around coaching and match in play. So as you can see, coaching, they made changes to adjust the rule set for uses of personal electronic devices in matches, in addition to standard coaching rules and following have been added to the rule set. So I'm not going to go over all of it, but basically it's to do with, you know, electronic devices and people listening to whatnot. And also an interesting one is about written notes. So you only be allowed to read your notes if you lost the previous set. Notes may only be read for 1 minute. So let's just go through the coaching bit. Guys, what is your thoughts on that? Let's start with Kobe. So sorry, Kwiss. I'm gonna have to get used to saying that.
Hello, Kwiss. I hope you're doing okay, by the way. No one asked how Kwiss is doing.
No, I'm great. I'm great to be here. This was how the podcast was supposed to be from the beginning, but I had to be mysterious and disappear and not be around, you know. So it's nice to finally be here. But yeah, just on the rules we have here again, coaching has been such a hot button issue for Tekken for a minute now. I think the worst example of it was CEO 2024. JoKa, we were both in that top 8, and because the coaches weren't allowed in the ring, the players had to keep getting up, go to their coach, get the coaching, come back, and that took so much time. I think that's really where coaching started to become a big talking point, because it only really happened in Tekken as well. Street Fighter, you didn't see it, other games didn't really see it. It was really a Tekken thing. So I'm liking there's more regulations on it here and there. I think that's a good thing. I've been talking about phones for a long time now, in that I think there needs to be some kind of regulation on them. You don't know what people are looking at. There have been a couple of times now we've seen players who were literally on the phone, like during the set, like getting coaching. They could be in a Discord call. I remember there was a time during an EVO, there was a guy sitting playing down. He had headphones in. There was a guy behind him recording the set, and they were all in a Discord call with so many people. The guy recording was actually streaming it to other people. I've always been saying for a while now, I think phones need to have some kind of regulation. So it's good to see that. I think the written notes thing is that might be a bit too far, a bit much, you know, like you can only read it for a minute, only after a loss. But I guess they're treating that, I guess you only choose between that or coaching then. So that is the notes you're coaching, or a player coming as you're coaching. And that is I guess that's what they're doing now. Again, I like to see better regulations on it. And I'd rather they pay too much attention to it than too little attention to it.
Yeah, man, definitely agree. It is interesting though. Let's just say, yeah, I have my headphones in and I'm listening to music, right? And I'm just trying to change the song. Let's just say a shit song comes on, it's gonna ruin the vibe. So how am I supposed to change the song? Like, am I supposed to just tap my earbuds or something? To skip it or something?
No, you tap the earbuds. That's it. Tap the earbuds. You pull out the phone to just know that's it. You're done. You gotta tap the earbuds.
Because that obviously counts like as an electronic device, right? So I wonder how they're gonna regulate that as well. You know?
I think that's the gray area, but I think it's one of those things where, you know, you just have to nip everything in the bud just to kind of cover everything on all bases. So yeah, if you're listening to your own music, I guess you're gonna suffer. But at the end of the day, my opinion on coaching is got really ridiculous. I've said this, like, it should start later in the tournament. Like we've seen, like I've said this off stream. When I say this on stream, people may be upset with me. But bro, if you're in pools and you're up against me, you're not winning, bro. No coach in the world is gonna. No, it's not happening, bro. So just please play. Maybe we've seen it, like, and the people are getting ridiculous now. They're starting to meme up on there. It's getting a bit stupid now. So
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean by memes, Bubsy? Can you explain? Can you?
They-
elaborate?
you want me to?
Yeah.
Did that guy
we
put
have
that to
time, right, Bubsy?
Right, what tournament was it where the guy started feeding the guy and they, bro, it's just
That was Combo Breaker. The guy with the
Yeah.
sunglasses. He came up and he started like doing a motion. He fed him. Like, yeah, it was.
it's getting like people are taking advantage of it, and I'm all for like taking the fun out of it, bro. Like what are you doing, bro? No. So
It's a bit much sometimes. A bit
yeah,
much.
it's getting a bit too much now. So yeah.
And the next thing they introduced was the match play. So when a match officially begins now is when the players enter the get ready for the next battle versus screen straight after the stage selection. So it also says any disruptions that take place when a match begins are subject to rules in the match disruption section of the rule set. If a player intentionally or accidentally causes a pause in match, whether by pressing the options button or by experiencing uncontrolled disconnection, the player that caused the pause will forfeit the current round of the set. If match disruption occurs that is out of control of the players of the match, such as an action of another player's undecent controller or a game software crash or console hardware failure, making players unable to continue a set, the tournament organizer staff member shall order the players to restart the set, but with the same round count from the point that the match disruption occurred. What do you guys think about that now? Like, as soon as you see, get ready for the next battle, like, let's just say your pad disconnects. So that means you've now forfeited a round cable. What do you think about that? Because me and you have both experienced these controller issues, disconnection issues and whatnot during tournaments, you know? I think that is a bit overkill in my opinion, you know?
So I think I think this is the type of thing I prefer to see too much attention put on than not enough, because there's been so many gray areas. So I think having a clear definition of the match starts at get ready for the next battle, I think that's a bit early. I think you should have some time during character intros, because again, the main reason we have these rules now is Sin versus Rife at the mix-up. There were controller disconnections from Sin. You know, people didn't know how to handle things. And again, under these new rules, Sin had a controller disconnect before the match, I guess after get ready the next battle, he had a disconnect, but he was able to get back in before the round started, the 60-second countdown began, and they just played the set. Under these new rules, Sin would have lost that first round. And again, I do think that is a bit harsh, but I prefer it's good to have clear definitions. So on that sense, that is good. I do think that's a bit early. But because I think Dawood had a situation like this earlier at another tournament as well, where his controller...
Tekken Master, yeah.
Right. So again, I think we need clear definitions. And I think it's a good thing to have. I do think get ready versus for the next battle is a bit early, because again, Sin would have just lost that round based on these new rules. So I think it's interesting to see. I hope, again, players take care of your own hardware, make sure your wires are good, because we're now seeing again they're cracking down. They want things to be clear. So, you know, the best thing for you now as a player to make sure you're just not going to have these issues. They may happen regardless. You've checked your controller a million times beforehand. It's never happened, but the one time it does happen in tournament, like, yeah, I think it's a bit early, it's a bit harsh, but again, I prefer clear definitions, and we have that here.
Bubsy?
I think it literally did. I think literally just to eliminate the grey area. I'm not going to reiterate everything that Kay has said, but it's literally, I 100% agree. It's all about the grey area. And I guess it may be a bit early, but it's like a rule set that everyone now knows this is it. This is what it's supposed to be. There's no like, oh, but no, it's get ready for next battle. This is the rules. End of. So I'm glad to see that they've made some clarity. I guess we'll see how it plays out. Obviously, we have tournaments upcoming. We'll see how it goes in it. So far, I'm liking that there's clarity, but obviously we'll see how it goes in the future.
For sure, man. And we should just move on straight to the next topic, which is some of the recap of the tournaments that took place. We did have Chain Shift that took place, which was pretty hype. I only really watched the grand finals because I was busy, but I will go over like some of the top 8. AK was in attendance, of course. Lohai, unfortunately KSK DQ'd, but we did see people like DNPD who traveled with Lohai from Korea, and Anakin in top 8 as well. Lohai did lose to AK in winners finals, and then Lohai did manage to run it all the way back to grand finals, but unfortunately he fell short. versus AK again. Did you watch this, Chaos, by the way?
I only got to see like grand finals and like a bit of the ending, really and truly. But like it's always good to see AK win a tournament. I think he's he's like such a fan favorite type of guy. I think one thing about AK I like to say, he might be the best player not from a major region. I think with a huge scene. I think players like him, Yagami, those are the players that stand out. Book, I think AK might be. Those are the top three, I'd say, not from major regions. But like, yes, always good to see him win. And again, low high is someone we've not seen as much this year. Didn't go to Combo Breaker, didn't go to DreamHack. Again, he qualified for EWC early, so hasn't been traveling as much this year. But like when we have seen him, EVO Japan wasn't great, but almost a win here. A grand final. So I think a good showing from him. But he's the type of guy who like is second place is first loser. He has a lot of pride in himself. He wants to be able to perform well. But like again, I think no shame losing to AK. And AK versus Loha used to be a Shaheen mirror, but now it's Shaheen versus Brian. So I guess that's something fun, I guess.
It's actually interesting because I think AK was the one to eliminate Loha at EVO Japan, I'm sure.
Really?
Or put him into losers, one of the two, which is pretty interesting.
That does sound right.
Yeah, so this was like a run back, basically. But moving on, there was another tournament which took place as well. Shout outs to Boz, the Pakistan Tekken League, Stage 3. Man, this tournament, insane, man. I don't know if you guys watched this. I did restream this from top 16 onwards, and man, some of the sets were crazy, man. Osama Abbasi did take the win over Foxy. Foxy did make it to grand finals winner side, but unfortunately he did get reset by Osama Abbasi. You had people like John there who's playing Armor King. You had Naman there also who tried Kazuya in top 16, which was interesting. Of course, people like Kashi Snake were also present. Hafiz Tanveer, Arslan Ali also playing Armor King as well. A ton of variety in Pakistan. It's interesting to see how like they look at the game and the way they think some characters are better than others and whatnot. It's so interesting, man. Did any of you guys watch this?
No, bro. I did see you was restreaming it, but this weekend it was a bit too busy. But I did see the clip of Foxy beating Farzeen. I did see that clip.
Yeah.
I guess it's one of those things that we've seen from the Pakistani region where players that maybe myself that's not really familiar with actually beating. I guess when you look at Hafiz, like he's not Hafiz, sorry, Farzeen. He's like probably one that's favorite to win a lot. He's come off a big win, and he's kind of seen that within the Pakistani scene. These kind of when I say I don't know if they're upsets because we don't really see the level. I guess you've kind of like been over there. What's your kind of take on these kind of like players that we don't get to see in the front line?
Honestly, it's crazy, man. There's so much consistency. Like, I feel like when it comes to consistency in Pakistan, it's literally, I'd say right now, it's like Ishara, Farzeen, and Arthur. I feel like even Arslan, you could say, but obviously Arslan's moved to Japan now. But I feel like it's so hard because the amount of players in Pakistan is just insane, man. And I feel like the average skill level in Pakistan is the best I've ever seen compared to Asia, Europe, America. I think that's why they're so strong, they all just grind offline only. There's a ton of scenes, anywhere you go in Pakistan, whether it's Islamabad, Karachi, Lahore, there's just a scene there that's just grinding with like 20-30 players. It's fucking insane. It's something that always amazes me, that there's people somewhere on planet Earth that we might not even know of, that are just super cracked at this game. And I feel like it's the beauty of something like the PTL, which is being organized organized by bars, right? And even stuff like STL as well, I think these type of leagues and like tournaments really help showcase upcoming players and just like talent in general. It really shows how people do locally in their region, and I think that's something that needs to happen more in other regions. Of course it is pretty hard to set up, but when it is set up, I think it's beautiful to see like players really grow, whether it's their personality, whether it's their tournament results. I think it's really cool to see, man.
Okay, cool. Would you say it was an upset or not? That's just my other question.
Foxy being Farzeen?
Yeah.
Definitely. I think Farzeen right now is
okay, cool.
I think Farzeen is the best player in the world right now.
Alright, no. Alright, cool.
What do you think, Chaos?
No, I agree. And I think it's cool. Like, again, Foxy, this is the second time we've kind of seen him have like a bit of a breakout. Was it Takedown last year where like we first started to see him? And I think Arslan tweeted like, even I don't know this Foxy guy.
Yeah.
He started to do super well. So again, second time we're seeing him have a bit of a breakout here. You know, I think Usama Abasi winning then isn't really surprising. I think for him, I don't know what you think about this one, JoKa, but for me right now, Usama Abasi is looking like the best player in Pakistan when playing in Pakistan. I think he is so, when he is playing in Pakistani only tournaments, takedown, etc., like he just looks so composed. And I don't know whether that's just the comfortability of playing against players he knows. Like, again, he plays versus the John a lot, and when he plays versus the John, like normally it goes his way. I think just having that experience, the repetitions, the comfortability, he plays so well in Pakistan. But for me, he looks like the best player. If he could play like this all the time, like, you know, you say Farzeen, it could be him as the best. Obviously, there's Arslan, there's Atif also always doing super well. But he's someone who I think is definitely not to be like underestimated moving forward. Because everyone knows his name now, so the target starts to shift on him a little bit. But, you know, when he plays in Pakistan, like he looks unstoppable.
I agree with that. You know, I definitely think Osama is probably the best in Pakistan when it comes to those tournaments. I feel like he's always like top 3. It's so crazy how consistent he is in Pakistan. But I think internationally, man, hands down, Farzeen is just
right now, yes,
man.
Right now, 100%.
And that does bring us on to our next topic, which is some of the qualified players. Of course, not much has changed because Chainshift wasn't a part of the EWC qualifiers, and of course, neither was the Pakistan Tekken League. But here are some of the players that have qualified. Hayes, do you want to read? Because I think your voice is nicer than mine.
Okay, so we have Ulsan, Mangja, Atif, Farzeen, Usama Abasi, Breadman, The John, Lohai Ni, AK, Hafiz Tanvir, Ikari, Mulgold, Arsanash, Keisuke, CBM, Tekken Master, Rangchu, and on page 2, is that or do we have more on page 2? We have more on page 2. It's Matsuba, Res, Yagami, Nobi, Sin, and Ow, I couldn't read that properly. It looked like AG. I was like, who the hell is AG? And Ow. And here's the thing. Like, again, some great names in there. I think Rest, first time qualification, Sin, first time qualification, first time for Matsuba, second time for Owl. Nobi's qualified every single year. But what is interesting, JoKa, is we had a conversation about this not too long ago. And there's a list of players who have yet to qualify. And it is an absolutely JoKa. Do you have the list on you? Can you let the people know the list of players that still need to qualify?
Guys, I did mention this last time, and this is just some of the players who have not yet qualified, you know, and I'm gonna try and count them on my hands. Some of the known players: JDCR, Jonding, Kokoma, XCC, Moil, Edge, iMusician, Pinya, Double, Chikurin, Book, Kudon, Saint, and then there's the Pakistani players who we don't know if they're going to get visa or not. But for the Pakistanis that haven't qualified, people like, you know, Noman, people like Gossimir, and then there's also the Europeans and the American players. So I don't know what's going to happen. This is the last qualifier as well, EVO.
Sorry, how many spots left, JoKa? Can we just see page 2?
So there is just
8
spots left. 4 at EVO Las Vegas, of course, and 4 at the LCQ. How are you guys feeling, man?
There was a lot of names read off there. And
there's probably a ton of names we've missed as well.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, like, that is, I feel like EVO, that's really anyone's ball game, isn't it? You know, last year, EVO ended up going to a playoff. And off the top of my head, I think it was Hafiz Tanvir, Jod, Book, Joe Crush,
Kokoma as well, I think. Oh, EVO,
Kokoma,
sorry, you mentioned.
Yeah, EVO. That was the playoff of the players there. I think for
Riot.
I think that was
Hafiz,
it was only
Tanvir.
Yeah, Riot as well. That's the name I missed off, and I think that was for one spot.
That was for
that was for one spot that was available there at EVO. I mean, you know, that is just the heartbreak that comes with, you know, EWC qualification. It's a lion's den, like put simply. And with EVO being the last tournament outside of LCQ to qualify, Godspeed to all of the players. Godspeed, you know, because there are some players who have qualified every single year up to now, still fighting, Moel Kakoma.
Mhm.
Moel's made top 8 at EVO before. You know, he could do it again, get that spot. But it is looking rough, and my camera's about to overheat again.
Bubsy, what do you think, man?
I definitely think that EVO is going to be very, very telling. I definitely feel also it's going to go to one of those situations where we're going to have a lot of playoffs. I think there's a couple guys that's making it look easy and making it like they're consistently making the top 8. And I really feel like maybe even I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like 3 of the spaces actually trickle out into the lower places. So I reckon there's going to be a big scrap within like the 9th and 13th place finishes for those places. There's a few that I feel that will make it, but I guess we can kind of dive into that later when we talk about EVO. But it's definitely going to be excited. This weekend is definitely going to heat up, and it's going to be interesting to see who's actually going to make it through. Because like you said, there's so many names, only 8 spots left. Not all of them is going to get through.
For sure, man. And before we do start talking about EVO, guys, you can still purchase your early bird tickets for the Esports World Cup, which is taking place in Paris. The early bird tickets do end on June 30th. The early bird pricing, sorry. So if you are interested to, if you don't want to watch Tekken, you can watch other games like League of Legends, Counter-Strike, and so on. Make sure you guys book and get your tickets. Maybe you'll see other Tekken players there. I'm sure you will. You'll see a lot of people competing in the LCQ and whatnot. I'm sure you'll see kwiss there as well. I'm sure kwiss is going if his camera decides to turn on.
I'm about to be back. Don't worry. I actually kind of do want to go to the LCQ this year. It's in Paris.
Yeah.
It's a train away. Worst case scenario, I just go there, I bomb out, I go home, I restream EWC. That's the worst case. And also there's like a prize pool up until like top 16, I think.
Yeah, I heard it's like 1,000 for like top 16 or something.
Yeah, so it's like, why? It's one of those just why not? It's right there. Because normally the LCQ, EWC takes place in Saudi Arabia. Like, that's a bit of a flight to get to in the hotel. Like, that's a bit much. But, it's just top 24 pips. The top 24 payouts. So, just might as well go. It's a train away. Have some fun in Paris, maybe. But I just don't see any reason not to. Might as well. Preparation for next year. But yeah, JoKa, you're not planning on going now. I'm just gonna restream it.
I'm just gonna restream and watch from this nice rating.
He's a content creator now, guys. That's what he is.
I'm trying to be like you, bro. I'm trying to be like you. But guys, we'll start talking about EVO now, man. And EVO, of course, in my personal opinion, I think it's literally a test of endurance more than anything, and the test of how your bracket is, in my opinion. It's just crazy how many people are attending. I don't even need to go over some of these names, but you guys can see yourself. Players from all over the world are attending. It's just, EVO's always super stacked, I feel like. I feel like, okay, you know what, I might as well just go out with the predictions. I feel as if, right, for EVO Las Vegas, it's either Arslan winning or it's like a Korean. I feel like that's the only way I see EVO Las Vegas specifically. EVO Japan is different. I feel like EVO Japan, we've always had like crazy upsets in my opinion. But Las Vegas, I feel like it's always been consistently Arslan Ash, of course. What do you guys think?
I mean, boy, how many has he won? He's won 5 in Vegas, right? I know 4. I think he's won 4 in Vegas. He's won every Tekken 8 at EVO Vegas. So, I mean, history does tend to repeat itself. But, Farzeen is looking strong out there. And like I said, there's so many names out there that look, I mean, you're just scrolling through. I'm just kind of like going through the list. I think one person that I'm keeping my eye on is Jongding. I don't know why. I just have a gut feeling that he's just going to pull out something mad this weekend. So that's one guy I'm keeping my eye on.
I can agree with that. I think Jongding has been underperforming a bit this year, and if there is a time to step up, I think with him, like he's kind of been like Vitality's talisman since signing with them, right? He gets such great support from them. I feel like that pushes him, that helps him grow, and I feel like he really likes to perform for them, and I think he's really going to want to get that spot. I think if not, he will definitely see him at the LCQ, and I think he has a good shot there as well. But just for EVO win in general, I think he is someone to keep our eye on. But like you mentioned it, like Arslan's won. Outside of Japan, Arslan has won every EVO for Tekken 8. there's only one Evo that he has gone to that he hasn't won in Tekken 8, and that was Evo Japan that just happened. 2 Vegas, 1 Nice, and he has the most Evos of a Tekken player. Period. Like, he's someone you absolutely cannot think is at the minimum making a top 8. But his Evo Japan this year, was that an underperformance? Is that a sign of things to come? Is Japan hurting him more than it's helping him? Because again, they don't have the same kind of offline boot camp training culture that you used to have access to all the time. Again, obviously Japan has super strong players, and the online experience will be better for him, obviously. But JoKa, we've both been to the boot camp. We've seen what it's like there. We've seen how many players are just there ready to go, and some different characters, and we've seen that. You don't really have access to that while you're in Japan, and is that hurting him rather than it's helping? Who knows? But I think this Evo, if he underperforms at an Evo, I think then there's red flags. There's sirens should be going off. If he doesn't get a minimum top 3, I think that is when we should start thinking, okay, maybe he's got to go back. But other than that, who do we think of rather than Arslan? Again, Farzeen's on a tear. He's looking at that guy. Atif, 2 second places at Evo. So if Arslan doesn't win, maybe it's in. Gold is coming into form. Manga's coming into form. There's a lot riding on this one, because again, only 4 spots for EWC as well. And again, the winner goes straight to Tekken World Talk finals.
Yeah, that's a big thing to mention.
Yeah, I do want to mention as well, this is the last qualifier before the LCQ. And I do want to talk about some of the Pakistanis that are currently traveling or are already in America, that are in attendance at EVO. So Arslan Ash, of course, is confirmed. Atif Butt, who's already in America. Farzeen, Qasim Mir, Dawood, Hafiz Tanveer, Bilal, and Malik Ash will be in attendance at EVO. For me, I think if I was to predict 2 people that are going to make it, I'm going to say Kokoma. And I'm going to say Tetsu. Tetsu's a bit of a biased one. But I think someone like Tetsu, I think he knows, I think he's more confident, especially after the EVO Japan run he had. And I think he's going to be a lot more confident going into EVO Las Vegas as well, He does, I was speaking to him and he does feel like he's kind of underperforming in practice and whatnot. But he says for tournaments he feels fine, he understands what he needs to do. So I'm definitely interested to see what happens. Of course, we can't rule out some of the most consistent players like Manja, Farzeen, maybe even Ni. I think Ni could even do it as well, I feel like Ni, after that soup performance, is probably really motivated and probably just ready to just go in,
How many GOD7s does he have now? I think he's playing the game a lot. He wants to get good. Not that he's not already good, like it's Ni. But I agree with what you're saying as well. Because again, he's the last winner. Is he the last winner of EVO Vegas that's not Arslan Ash?
Yeah. Which is crazy when you think about it, man.
And that was that 22 or 20? That was 22, right?
22, yeah.
Yeah.
So he has in sports, they do this analogy of someone who has championship DNA, someone who has been there, and it makes it easier for them to get back. If anyone has championship DNA in Tekken, it's Ni. I feel like he could easily get back. Brian is still Brian. I think he has everything he needs to sort of get back to that top 8 minimum. And once he gets into that top 8, a first and 3 top 8 with Ni, we all saw EVO Japan. I mean, that's a hard task to deal with.
Speaking about Ni, actually, I'm actually interested to see Jimmy J trying, because I always like watching him play. I'm just interested. I'm not going to say that he's going to do anything, but he's always one that I like to watch. Listen up to someone I kind of grew off watching. So I'd be interested to see him and see what he does, see what he's going to bring with me.
I'm not going
to what Europeans are going? Just scroll down a little bit, because I haven't actually clocked on you. Okay. There's not that many Europeans are traveling out there.
Yeah, not that many.
Fair enough.
JoKa, this is the first EVO Vegas we're missing since.
Bro, I'll be honest, I was gonna make a tweet. I feel FOMO, man, seeing everyone fly there and stuff, man.
Since post-COVID, this is the first EVO Vegas we're missing.
It is what it is, and it will be what it will be. Guys, another one I wanna call, I think, as a favorite is Ninja Killer. I think this guy, I think he can do it, man. This guy is really insane, but I feel like he hasn't had that breakout performance here. And he's someone, I think, that can definitely do it, especially in America, I feel like being on home soil and all that stuff will really like give him confidence and whatnot. So I think Ninja Killer is definitely someone that can qualify and maybe just beat a ton of players, depending on his path, of course. Maybe we should go over some of the players' paths. What do you guys think?
Yes, let's go from notable ones because there's like pure
I think
people.
we'll go over 3: Arslan, Ikari, and I think Farzeen.
Cool. Yeah, I'm interested to see what path Arslan has. Yeah, it's good you mentioned Ninja Killer as well. To me, he's like the best player skill-wise in America right now.
Yeah.
The results just haven't really followed, but you know, he's someone I always say. Like, I think with him, it's only a matter of time. Like that's it, really and truly.
So it looks like Arslan will be playing against Paul Z as projected, and Jonah, who's one of the Japanese TOs, a really cool guy, man. Really helped us out a lot when we were in Japan, KOS. And then he'll have to play potentially Pinya or JDCR. I think yeah, that is crazy, bro. And that's only to get into round 3. Now, I'm sure Arslan struggled against Pinya in the past.
Pinya has some wins over him, I'm pretty sure. JDCR I think is a bit of like, it might be one of those ones where JDCR might be an easier matchup for him on paper.
Yeah.
Because especially with Raven as well, like it's not a character you see very often. But again, Arslan is in Japan right now. He's probably had the sets, had the reps. I know recently he was doing a bunch of training in 1st-3s versus a lot of Japanese players. So, you know, he should have the reps now against these characters he might be a little bit more lost against. But then if he goes through its Nobi as well, wow,
Nobi,
what a path.
That's for top 24, bro. And then he probably has to play against Keisuke.
It was Keisuke on knee. Did you see that? That is.
Bro, we have to get Arslan versus knee, man. That would be cinema.
When was the last time we had an Arslan versus knee?
I'm sure it was
the Master event.
Master event was probably Combo Breaker, right?
I genuinely can't remember.
2023? Tekken 7?
So Tekken 7. Like I know
they haven't played in Tekken 8 in the tournament.
Not in a
I remember
Master
they
event,
at the pre-EVO tournament.
Wow.
They were grand finals. That was 2024. I remember that. Did they play Combo Breaker 2024 as well? That sounds plausible.
Oh, they played
but like
2024.
But like it's been a while since we've had like an Arslan. But I need an Arslan versus knee. I need a 1st-3. I need all the fire that has happened in top 8, but we're just looking at the projected top 8 as well. Like this could happen. You know,
this honestly could happen.
Accurate.
This is like some of the most consistent players in the world right now. Of course, Farzeen is projected to win the whole tournament. He is number 1 on the Tekken World Tour leaderboard, and I think Farzeen right now, for me, I think he can beat anyone. Honestly, I think he can beat Arthur. He's beaten Arthur. He's beaten Arslan. He can beat Manja. Like, I think for me, Farzeen, he might just be the one to take it, man. But I do want, you know what, we should check Farzeen's path before we go into Ikari's, because Ikari did win EVO Japan, so.
I think it's one of those things where, you know, the target probably kind of shifted now. I think so much attention is now on Farzeen after, you know, back-to-back master wins. So it could be a thing where now everyone's like, okay, preparing for it, specifically for him. I know he's got the Victor and he's got the Lydia, so, you know, probably home in. What's he going to say, Chaos?
I mean, I think with Farzeen, his biggest enemy might just be himself. You know, I think that is the only person right now that could really stop him if he underperforms, if he kind of has a bad day, if he makes a weird character choice. I think that is the biggest thing holding back. But like, you know, in terms of what other players are bringing to the table, you know, I think Artif, he has what it takes. Arslan, he has what it takes. I don't see anyone that he cannot overcome right now.
For sure, man, for sure. And this is Farzeen's path. He probably has to play against someone named Taike the Raijin, no idea who that is, Cuddlecore, and then Book or iMusician.
Or Trizzy Rapper. Trizzy Rapper versus that could be Yoshimitsu Mira, or Trizzy just.
Trizzy's been playing.
He's boring. If he's boring, he just picks the Armor King, you know. But it could be Yoshimitsu Mira.
And then Farzeen versus John Ding, we saw that Combo Breaker, right? I think it was. They played Combo Breaker. I'm sure they did.
They could have. Did
When,
they play the mix-up?
Yeah, when Farzeen did the Rage Art against Eddie.
Oh yeah, that was the
Sorry,
mix-up.
John Ding.
Oh, mix-up.
Oh, was that mix-up? Sorry, John
yeah,
Ding did
yeah.
the Rage Art versus Farzeen.
And then then he
That was crazy, you know.
what game that we play?
And then Farzeen versus I'm not sure if I've seen Farzeen versus Loa, you know.
Now I said there's no one he can't overcome right now. That's someone who might be a bit difficult because I think
Yeah.
Lohai takes the Korea versus Pakistan rivalry very seriously. I think he is someone who has a lot of pride in that Korea is the best second region. And when there's a Korean player a Pakistani player that starts to do a bit well, Loha is normally the ones that starts to tear them down. Like Atif at Tekken World Tour finals, you know, Loha was in his face, key charging, teabagging, and you know, he just looked unstoppable. That is probably his biggest obstacle. If he overcomes that, I think I could definitely see Farzeen going all the way.
Yeah, I think if he beats Lohai, I don't think he'll struggle much against Arslan, in my opinion. Same with Atif or Manja. I think probably Atif would be a bigger problem for Farzeen than Manja, in my opinion. But yeah, I think Farzeen's biggest obstacle might just be, if it goes as projected, probably Lohai.
They did play last year at CEO, Farzeen and Lohai, and Farzeen took that 2-zip, so he's done it before.
Did he?
Yeah, done it before.
Wow. Let's check out Ikari. Man, Ikari, absolute legend, man. Won EVO Japan, man. I'm really excited to see how he does, you know. KRX Ikari, guys. Wow.
Good.
He might have to play against Bampo, who's also KRX Academy, though. So a training partner, potentially, if he beats his first opponent.
I need to say, really, JoKa, I don't know how much when we were in Japan playing ranked, did you run into any like really KRX Academy players? Because I ran into Focus in ranked a couple of times. He is insane. Bampo, he's
Focus, and I guess Crescent, who's not in the academy anymore.
Yeah, he's now full KRX. But the KRX Academy, like these players, these young players, they're getting ready to go. Like I think they are really a problem. And I actually played against Bampo at EVO Japan in tournaments. So you know, he is someone that could definitely be a problem. I could see him having what it takes to beat Ikari there, but you know, maybe that's a KRX versus Academy thing. Like maybe it's like, hey, you know, you're the little guy, you gotta let me have this one, you know, or like maybe, you know, Bampo's like, you know, like I want to be full KRX. If I win this, do I get the contract? You know, so I don't know. There could be a lot riding on that one. And if he wins, it's a mishima face.
Bro, it's a mishima face-off, something I really enjoy watching. And against Kudons, I'm really interested to see how he does against Kudons, you know, when Kudons pops that Warrior's Instinct.
Where did you get that whole EMP thing from?
I was thinking about, you know, Warrior Instinct. I'm sure one time he did it, right? The stream literally just froze as soon as he popped it. So I was like, we're going with EMP.
It was just the aura, man.
It's too much aura. If Ikari does beat Kudons, though, he has rank 2, which will be pretty hard, man. But I think, again, Ikari, on a really good day, like we saw what he did at EVO Japan, beating how many players, man? Beating Ulsan, beating me. And I think he can do it, man. After that, though, he has Arslan. Sorry, he has wait, where did he go?
Manja, because it's rank 2.
Oh shit, yeah. Sorry, he has Manja if he does beat rank 2, which will be interesting. It's very interesting.
I mean, I need to play rank 2, and if rank 2 plays the Falcon Rum versus Kazuya is one of the worst matchups to play. I think it's terrible for Falcon Rum, but rank 2's beaten Keisuke before with it. But the last time he played a first to 3 versus Keisuke, I believe he had to switch.
He switched to bears, yeah.
So there is a chance he goes straight for the bear versus Ikari, or you know, he just does what he does, he believes, and he goes with it. But you know, I think for Ikari, then if he wins that, it would be Atif, right? If he beats Manga, then like,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I think Ikari could do it, man. He's someone that has proven himself before, and he's definitely someone that could do it again, especially with now that he's been practicing probably very closely with Lohai, Ni, Crescent, Infested as a coach as well. You know, you never know what can happen.
Yeah, Infested is an absolutely insane coach. I think that's something that doesn't get spoken about enough. Like I wish I knew what he was saying to his players sometimes, but like something the Korean players they talk about quite often is just how Infested conveys the knowledge that he has. And we've seen like an Infested coaching session completely turn games around, right? Like he walks up, he says a couple of words, he walks away, low, high, knee, whoever, they just start going absolutely insane, you know? So I am interested, like that is something you can't, and again, even if there's no coaching, you know, in the match, as they play the set, you know, just having that information going into the practice beforehand, I think Infested very much like doesn't get the recognition he might deserve for how well he's helping prepare these players get into these really intense sets.
For sure, man, for sure. And obviously we did just go over the brackets. I want to ask you guys a question. What's your favorite standout moment from EVO? And you can't say Arslan versus Ni. The 2019 one. For me, I'm gonna say 2022. Knee versus Khan. I feel like Knee just looked untouchable, man, that year. Like with that thing.
That's the one where Khan beat Arslan before, that year.
I feel like that for me really stands out, and I think that's what, for me, when I look at Knee, I think that performance specifically comes into mind straight away.
That's a big question, isn't it? Because I got two. The ones outside the street, Tekken. I think it was probably like it's gonna go back to like one of the first Evos I watched, and it was actually just seeing Ryan Hart Tekken 6 in top 8, and it was like I was kind of like amazed just to kind of like see like a UK player like there in the top 8. Tekken 6. I believe he fought against someone called Crow, which was like way back. And it just stands out to me. It's because it's like nostalgia. It was, I remember, I think it was even on Justin TV back then. It wasn't even Twitch. And just imagine like seeing that. And that just kind of stands out to me just because, you know, it's kind of like patriotic. It's someone that you'd be seeing around. Just like, okay, cool, you're on the big stage once again. So that's going to be one for me. What about you?
Can I pick two? I have a selfish one, and then I have a real one. So my selfish one was EVO 2024 when I beat More Gold. That's my selfish one, because that one felt good. So that's a very, very, very selfish one. But the real one, I'll be so honest, it was Atif versus Nobi that year. Because I've never seen that happen to Nobi. I've never seen it happen since. I never saw it happen before. And Atif, when he won, he stood up, he had a pop-off. You don't really see that much emotion from him in a non-grand final set. It genuinely like had my jaw on the floor. I was so shocked to see that happen. You know, so that will be an EVO moment that like stands with me, and it probably stands with Nobi. That probably means a lot to him anytime he has to go up against Atif or that Pakistani player. Like, I think that's definitely stuck with him. And yeah, that's
because that set was the run back, wasn't it? Because they played before, and then they both ran into each other again in losers, right? And then I can't remember what happened in the first. I can't remember what happened in the first set, but the second one, it was like you said, it was literally just a. It's one of them. It's really bad because when you like if you type in on like YouTube and it will be like 9 minutes long, you think, hold on, the first three don't last 9 minutes, bro. Like, what happened? Oh, it was
Atif what happened. That's what happened.
Yeah,
it was monstrous.
But yeah, some very interesting EVO moments, especially yours, kwiss. Next thing I want to talk about is announcements, guys. What do you guys think about the Bob announcement? Now, me personally, I like that they've started to announce when they're going to show the trailer and stuff. I think that's really important. I think communication in general is really important. But me personally, I do want to hear more about whether we'll get any balance patches or like any idea on like when we'll get the next balance patch or something like that. I think that's also really important. So maybe like, I don't know, maybe before the trailer they could show something like, you know, some text or something on we are working on a balance patch or whatnot, something like that. You know, I think that would really help just for us to kind of understand like what the future of Tekken will look like, you know, especially the near future, because, you know, EVO's gonna happen this weekend, and then of course EWC is in August. Will we be playing on the same patch for EWC? Will we have a small patch before EWC? That's something we don't know.
I guess unanimously we can agree that probably the one thing they're gonna reveal is where the finals is gonna be. They haven't said that yet, right? Have they?
I don't think they have.
I think every year, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure every year they've done it at EVO, or am I wrong?
I think they
in
have.
In Tekken 8 they have. In Tekken 8 they have.
Okay, yeah.
It should be in America this year, right?
If the rotations,
If the rotation is the same, yeah.
But
like, yeah, that should happen. I agree.
They could pull a rabbit out of the hat. You never know. We'll see.
But yeah, I think I'm guessing we're gonna get a gameplay trailer. Maybe they'll tease Roger Jr. potentially. Maybe like a character model, maybe a character model of Yujiro. I'm not expecting too much though, but I would like to see again. I think Yujiro the same for Tekken World Talk.
No. You know what? I'm gonna be. I think EVO's always like when they make EVO announcements. I don't know if I'm hyping myself up too much on overthinking, but I always feel like it's something that's like defining. Like they bring the big. So I think it's gonna be a little bit more. Maybe I'm just overthinking something. But But I think it has to be a little bit more for EVO. But then again, like it's a weird one because they've never really previously revealed all their characters, so we kind of like know what's happening. Have they maybe secretly held something back? Who knows? I feel like EVO was the grandest stage to do something like that, but who knows?
To be fair, you're not wrong there. What did they show at EVO last year? Was it
Heihachi, right?
Was it Heihachi last year?
That was 24.
Oh, but I'm way behind then.
EVO last year, what did they show?
Oh, AK, I
Armor
think.
King? Was that just Armor King's trailer? Because
No, it had to be more.
Armor King got teased. Well, he got shown at Combo Breaker.
Yeah.
So
Did
what's
he?
his trailer at EVO?
I honestly
Was
don't
that
know.
it?
The Gochi can probably check you.
Legoshi.
But yeah,
It was just a wow.
Wow, it was
Oh.
an AK trailer.
Maybe it's
it's
just a
just
Bob
bullshit.
trailer.
It's just bullshit.
Alright, fair. Sorry guys. I overhyped everything, bro. I was expecting something.
We probably get. Did we get location though for Tekken World Tour Finals at EVO? I feel like we did.
I think we do every year.
But like yeah, now we have Bob. Also he has an actual character model now, as you can see. This is a proper render. It was just a splash art before, so he has his render done now, which is pretty cool. What do you think about his design, JoKa?
I like his goatee. Honestly, I'm more curious as to how he plays. I think we should probably predict his gameplay. I'm guessing he's still going to be super rush down, super pokey, going to still have the same type of strings. I can't imagine from the top of my head what his heat engages would be, because he just has a plethora of moves that could
Forward
be...
4-2, 100%.
Yeah,
bro.
upward 2, upward 1+2.
Actually,
Like,
CD 1+2, because a lot of wall bounces turn into heat engages.
yeah.
CD 1+2 maybe.
Upward 1+2, 1+2. Man, I think he's going to be really strong in my opinion, you know.
Yeah. One thing I hope they do for him, it might be asking a lot. I hope they take away his up forward 4. I don't think Bob should be having a 15 frame launch. You know, like take away up forward 4. I hope they do that. That would be something that I would like to see, or make it like knockdown or something, like it does something, but just not a 15 frame Hulk. It's like Bob. It's not Bob. You know, this isn't the Bob that I know and love. But like that's the only like I think super wish list thing I have for Bob off the top of my head.
Do you think that they'll work? Like, you see, he has the rolling sound. Do you think they'll kind of buff that up again, just to give him like a kind of like stance kind of mix? Because it seems to be like a pattern that's kind of
I think
ongoing.
so, yeah. It's probably going to be armored.
He'll probably have a heat engager. Like, what is it? Roll 2? That'll probably be a heat engager. The mid homing.
Oh yeah, that's that chop thing.
His
Yeah.
health is probably going to world splat.
Like Kazuya's.
Like Kazuya's, yeah. It's probably going to do that. You know that spinning animation where you just go spinning? They're just going to do that for Bob's health suit, maybe.
I mean, that'll be fun, maybe.
But yeah, I think he's going to be super fun to use. I mean, me personally, I didn't mind playing against him too much. He was like his offense was very snowbally, like very, you know, once he got that first 50-50, I just felt like it was just so much overwhelming pressure after that. He kind of reminds me of Kazuya, but with pokes and strings. Like, I think Bob, and bearing in mind he does have a 14 frame wall standing launcher as well, which is probably going to keep the same most likely. So I'm really interested to see what they do with this. I'm definitely going to be playing the shit out of this character though, man.
Yeah. Well, Bob was one of my favorite characters to play towards the end of 7, so he's someone I'm really happy to have back. I just hope, like, again, the main question now when it comes to Tekken 8 characters, it's just going to be, what's the stance going to be like? Because everyone's getting them. You know, you get a stance, Here's the heat engager, here's the safe option, here's the low, here's the fastest option, there's a power crush from stance. And I think every DLC character has had a while standing I-13 heat engage as well. That's been a consistent thing to me. That might be something for Bob as well too to now get. Maybe his while standing 1 is made faster and it's a 13 frame heat engage.
It's gonna be that while standing 1 3+4. I bet you that's gonna be
something like that. I think that would make the most sense. So again, looking forward to it.
Something interesting I want to talk to you guys about is like the release window between characters. Now, this is, someone calculated this. Big shout outs to Wero, one of my mods, who did show me this in the morning. We were talking about it in Discord. And it's just interesting to see some of the release windows. Like, for instance, Armor King and Miyari's was only 49 days. That's probably because they wanted to push out Season 3 as quickly as possible. And of course, Season 3 did start, which was 179 days after Miharizo's release. When do you guys think we're getting Bob, man? I'm thinking it's gonna be after EWC. You know,
Yeah, 100%. I think it has to be after EWC. I don't think they're gonna try to introduce something into the game and then because it will look a bit weird, like if they introduce it just before EWC and then, hey, you can't play Bob, and I don't think they want to introduce him right there and be like, hey, you can play Bob. I just feel that they don't want to muddy any waters. I definitely feel like it has to be after EWC, but I don't know. Maybe they have different ideas, but definitely I'm saying that.
When was the Kunimitsu trailer? Was that EVO Japan? Is that when they first showed the actual Kunimitsu trailer?
Yeah, it was EVO Japan, yeah.
So the exact release date, and that was the 3rd of May, and then Kunimitsu's release was June 1st. So it was about a month between her trailer to her coming out. Wait, when was early access?
To be fair, yeah. What I'm thinking now as well, Bob could come out before EWC, but he won't be playable. He probably won't be allowed. But then again, they did have that rule set, right? Where as soon as the character's out on early access, he's automatically allowed in tournaments, apparently.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is they're going to bring out for Arslan to make number 3, yeah?
Potentially.
That's what you're saying, yeah?
Potentially. If Arslan's confident in this new Bob, we just might see at EWC if Bob comes out before EWC.
I mean, I wouldn't personally, just because I just I don't know, you know. Now that you kind of said that, and it is about a month out if they do it, and it'll be just
actually right, you know.
So I'm looking at it now. The Kunimitsu trailer came out 3rd of May. That was EVO Japan, and early access was May 27th, actually. Wow. So that was 24 days in between. Damn. There might not be a full month from Bob trailer to him coming out, so he could even come out before EWC LCQ. That is a possibility.
I'm not gonna lie, I would be so happy if that happened. You know, I'm not trying to wait until after EWC to try a new character, bro.
So now that you said that, you put it in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, actually, it's actually quite a bit. They should go and play now. They won't want to keep it like a month and a half to 2 months.
Yeah,
that kind of kills the hype a little bit.
Yeah.
They need to prepare for Roger Jr. They need to prepare for, of course, Yujiro's that's the main guy, man. Yujiro. They need to, like, the world's just gonna stop until they show that trailer. Everyone's just gonna focus on that trailer. Every single television broadcast will be focused on the Yujiro Hanma trailer, and then the world will just go on.
Did you when Yujiro got announced, did you see Tekken sales went to like number 49 on Steam? It was literally just underneath Arc Raiders. Like that is how obviously the game, like, it's not like Arc Raiders just newly came out. It's a bit of an old game, but you know, Tekken was surrounded by games that had come out after it, and I think they really got to capitalize hard on Yujiro, man.
For sure, man. For sure. I am very excited to see what they announce, man. I feel like that's something I do miss about going to tournaments. I'm sure you do as well, Kwiss. Is like, I can't believe we missed the Yujiro Hanma like in-person announcement, bro. Imagine the reaction.
To be fair, I think the people that like watch my reaction video are grateful for the fact I was able to do, because people really still talk to me about how I reacted to Yujiro. So like I think that those people are happy about it. But like just the being there and seeing, oh my god, it's him, with other people screaming, like I watched a couple of reaction videos of people who were actually there, and like seeing the crowd reaction and their reaction, the vibes must have been ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah, man, for sure. And just to recap, guys, for anyone that did join late, of course we were talking about EVO Las Vegas, which is the last qualifier for EWC before the EWC Last Chance qualifier. There are only 4 spots remaining, and I will just quickly go over some of the players that have qualified. Ulsan, Manja, Arthur, Farzeen, Osama, Breadman, The John, Lohai, Ni, AK, Hafiz Tanvir, Ikari, Mulgold, Arslan, Ash, Keisuke, CBM, Tekken Master, Rangchu, Matsuba, Rest, Yagami, Nobi, Sin, and Ao. There's only 4 spots available at EVO Las Vegas, and it does start on the 26th, so it starts on Friday and it ends on, of course, Sunday. And yeah, man, I am really excited to, of course, be watching EVO. Unfortunately, won't be there this year. First time missing it. Same with Kwiss.
Bro, I mean, this is probably not known, but I was actually supposed to be there this year, but I actually couldn't go. So
really?
that's
So
I was
we're all missing out this year.
So we're all missing out together.
Yeah, bro, I was supposed to be there, but Next year. Well, next year we will go do podcast live there, innit?
Yeah, guys.
We'll do it at the EVO stage.
Yeah, we'll just, when they do the announcement, we'll just walk on stage and do it. But yeah, guys, a ton of talent from almost every region will be present. Make sure you guys, of course, tune in. There is the schedule on the EVO, I think, Twitter page as well, and I'm sure Tekken will tweet the schedule. But yeah, any last things you guys want to talk about Tekken related before we move on to the non-Tekken talk?
No, I don't think there's anything else that's been kind of like going on. I think everyone's just traveling out to EVO. Obviously, everyone have safe journeys out there. And yeah, enjoy EVO, man.
For sure, man.
One thing as well, I think scheduling this year was pretty good because I like how they did the chain shift challenger like just before EVO. We've seen a couple of players come out beforehand. I think it really helped chain shift numbers as well. I think challengers and locals getting numbers is always good. So just I think that was a good thing that they did. Just shouts to, I guess those chain shift organizers who did that. So that was a good decision.
Something I do want to mention quickly. I don't have the link, but there is obviously going to be a pre-EVO dojo that is taking place on Thursday. It's called QOR Battle in Desert, I think it's called. So of course you're probably gonna see some of the top players there practicing before EVO, and that's always, I feel like, kwiss, it's a telling sign. Like when someone does well at a dojo, they usually do well at the main event like EVO or Combo Break and whatnot. So I'm definitely going to be tuning in and watching that. Unfortunately, I don't have the link, but of course I might restream it, or maybe kwiss will restream it. But yeah, nice, guys.
Yeah, so should we move on to any other business, AOB? Because I'm sure the world kind of got blown up today.
Did it?
I think. I mean, have you not? All right, let's talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. Have you not been following what's been happening today?
Yeah, bro, crazy.
So for the guys that actually don't know, obviously, if you're in the UK, pre-order sales are going to go live in 2 hours. But there's been a bit of uproar, but it's like no one can really do anything because it's Rockstar. So one of the big things is, you can buy a physical copy, but you ain't going to get no disc. It's all DLC, which I know on the surface seems like, okay, that's kind of small, but when you kind of look into it deeper, it just means that game cannot be resold. So once you buy that game, that's it. You cannot resell it. That game is, you ain't trading it in. That's it. So that's going to be no secondhand market for GTA 6. And also, I think one of the biggest ones, which is, I saw this and I thought this was quite bad, is that there's actually going to be in-game stuff that's locked behind what edition you buy. Now, I've heard stuff that it's not like it's like basically additional content, but it's like shops in the game you won't be able to access certain items. So it's like locked behind like the deluxe edition or whatever edition is above standard, which I don't know, man. Like, I think that's a bit of a shady one. Any thoughts on that? I think that's the biggest one that people are complaining about.
I'm sure they did that for Red Dead, where they locked like certain missions and stores behind.
Did they?
I'm sure they did. I saw a tweet on that, I think.
Someone mentioned that it's been a common practice for Rockstar.
What? I never knew that.
About like the physical thing, I honestly think they legit just don't want it to get leaked or anything. I think it's that anticipated, and that everyone's just so looking forward to playing it that like they just don't want it to get leaked. So that's why they're just doing everything like digitally.
But it's also caused this thing now where a lot of retail stores are now refusing to sell it because like they don't want to sell it because there's no disc. So like, we're not actually going to stock your game. Don't know if that's going to be more like cutting your nose off to spite your face, because I'm sure people are going to go elsewhere to get it. But I mean, that's something.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, not to sound too dramatic, it is very like anti-consumerism, right? Like anti-consumer, because you again, you mentioned it, the second-hand market. That's such a big thing when it comes to games. Is you can no longer sell it if you get bored of it. There's no disc to share. I want to share this with my friend. I can't do that. It takes away like a lot of what just like a lot of the social aspect of gaming as well. Yeah. And then with the Ultimate Edition as well, I don't know everything that is locked behind the Ultimate Edition, but I think someone mentioned like car customization.
So yeah, it's tattoo shops, certain tattoo shops, certain car mod shops, vehicle options, and some businesses. I think there's actually an image that's gone around.
Yeah, I think I saw the image, but I didn't pay too much attention. But yeah, it's one of those things where like it's different if it's like additional content, if you know what I'm saying. Like you're paying extra for extra. But if these are things that are already in the game, like the garage, the always that you drive into to customize your car, and that is locked behind an extra $20, however much because the ultimate edition is $100. I think that is where moving forward things gaming wise get a bit scary.
So I don't even remember. Sorry, I don't even remember years ago. So Street Fighter Cross Tekken, that game ultimately fell in its face because they had all the characters on the disc already, and you kind of had to pay for the DLC. It wasn't like they developed them after. It was like every character was on the disc, like, and then it was just like, hold on, why are we paying for what's already on the disc? We already paid for the disc. It kind of feels like that may happen, but GTA,
you're not paying for a disc though. That's the thing right now.
Fair enough.
You're basically paying for a box,
a piece of paper, a code that you enter, and then there's your game. But like, yeah, that's what you're saying, Bubsy.
You know what it is? Yeah, one thing though, man. Like, I feel like it's only Rockstar that can make these decisions.
Oh yeah,
like everyone will still play regardless. People will say things beforehand and whatnot. But you best believe every single person is going to tune in and play this game, man. It's that anticipated. It's so crazy the amount of motion they have, you know.
But here's the thing. So you say it's only Rockstar, right? But I literally had this conversation, I think, with Legoshi. And he said something like, I used to laugh. And people laughed when Nintendo charged, like, I think $80 to $90 for a Mario Kart game. Because that was like the highest price of like a standing game. And then, you know, it was kind of like, yeah, but like now Rockstar are charging a bit more. And if you go back to console generations, you know, people used to laugh at Xbox during the 360 days because you had to pay for online, but Xbox Live, they were the only ones that did that. Moved to PlayStation 4, PlayStation doing that now. Yeah, PlayStation Plus is required to play online. You have to pay to play online. So it's one of those things where like, once other companies see Rockstar doing it, I think the two outcomes are, one, they're like, okay, that's Rockstar, they can get away with it. Or Rockstar got away with it, why can't we get away with it? Let's start locking things on our disc. First off, we're not giving you a disc anymore. Rockstar didn't give you a disc. We don't have to give you a disc. Then we have stuff on there. You have to wait for it. You know, you have to pay for it, pay extra for it. Like it may be a bit of a slippery slope, is all I'm gonna say.
There's speculation. This isn't confirmed, but they've worded it like it's going to be the ultimate single player experience, and people are getting kind of worried they're going to have to pay extra for the online. There's that kind of floating about as well.
I don't think so. I feel like they've always released like multiplayer like a month or two late.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. It's just word. And just a final thing on this. So they're going to allow you to preload the game a week early because apparently it's gonna be like over 650 gig. So
really? Bro, I need to get a PS5 Pro, man. Guys, you need to help me get a PS5 Pro. 650 GB is crazy. That's, you know, this is why they're doing it digitally, I think, because imagine if it's a physical copy, that's like 4 discs.
So yeah, that's you can search. So that's on Xbox. I think it's something leaked on Xbox where that. So I don't know where other consoles with other. Like PlayStation maybe a little bit more, but yeah, apparently a week early, bro, just to make sure you get it on your consoles in time.
Wait, Legoshi said the JoKa. What number?
Bro, he's trolling, bro. I'm not reading that.
667.
I think yes. I think that's the number.
Are you actually serious?
No, I think that's the number I saw as well. But hold on, let me find it because.
If it's actually 6767, that's a joke. It's
crazy,
not actually that size. Someone's taking the piss.
Let me find this.
No way, bro. 6767. Bro,
that'd be kind of cold though.
GTA is gonna be crazy though, man.
I need to find this now because.
I mean, what's like one of the biggest games like? Right
Call
now.
of Duty, bro. Bro.
But that's because you need the Call of Duty launcher, then you need the game, then because you can choose to have multiplayer and zombies. That like I think it's like there's so much. But yeah, Call of Duty is probably the biggest.
Oh, we got community noted. Okay, so then it's fake.
Okay,
that makes that. Yeah, imagine if it's 6767, bro.
But to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised to see upwards of 200, maybe 300.
No, but I didn't see 600. I saw. Hold on, no. I'm gonna find it, bro. I saw something serious. Whatever. I can't find it. Anyway, let's move on to the next one because this is something you touched on it before about the Black Ops re-releases, and that's kind of got some new information on that. So Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are getting ported. I believe it's to PlayStation Store, so people can buy it and play that. But it's just a port. It's not like a remaster or anything. It's just basically a port. But it's kind of like raised a lot of questions, and I think Activision are kind of getting cheeky because when you buy the game now, it's how old's this game? Like
Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 1 and 2 it's years old, right?
10, 15, right? Easy.
Yeah.
I think it's even before 10, 15.
I think 12.
Because I remember I was in uni when Black Ops 1 came out. So I remember the day I bought that. At school, you know. Wow. Yeah. I was in uni.
Black
you know
2010.
Bro.
Yeah. Black Ops 1 2010. Yeah. So anyway, skip all of that. So what it is you can buy the game, but apparently now you also have to buy the DLC separately. Each DLC is sold separately. So
they gotta make their money, man.
Can you get a disc though? Can I at least get a disc? You know,
bro, no.
Bro, I'll be honest with you, man. Black Ops 2, I'm buying that. I'm buying every single DLC. I'll buy it twice if I have to.
All right, so here's the other thing that gets introduced into this is like what's the online going to be? What are the servers going to be? Because if it is a port and you're playing back with the old PlayStation, then the game's run is useless because it's so full of hackers. It's like, are they gonna have like their own dedicated servers for this game? And I don't see them doing that because then it's gonna kind of like split the base of their kind of like new stuff. Like they don't want to tear down Black Ops 7 because they already released their classic mode in that. So to fracture
I
the thing
read
again.
somewhere that they announced that they're keeping the classic mode or some shit in Black Ops 7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't see them having like dedicated servers like how Black Ops has. So it's just like, if it is that and you're going to be playing with PlayStation 3 guys, like GG's. Good luck with that, bro. I remember I played Modern Warfare 2 and you know what happened? I swear I played it, my screen went black and it said press up for night vision goggle, bro. Someone hacked it that bad that I needed to put on night vision goggle. My screen went black. I couldn't see nothing. That's how bad it was. I was like, bro, this game's unplayable, bro. But GG's if you buy it, play all the DLC as well, bro, just to get the screen turned black, bro. And then someone took away all my achievements and all my stats, bro. Like I lost all my. Someone just reset me to 0 for no reason, bro. Like,
that's just malicious.
Bro,
like, what
night
did you
vision
do,
goggles, bro? That's crazy,
I swear, bro. I swear. But yeah, so it brings those kind of risks to it. So they kind of need to clarify how they're kind of doing this, and then I don't know. But for me, I'm not paying for a how old game and then paying for DLC. Like I was kind of excited, but then with all of that caveat with it, I'm just like, you know what? I might as well save it for the deluxe edition or whatever it is for GTA, bro, because I need to get my tattoo shops and stuff. There we go, man.
But yeah, man.
Any thoughts?
I think Call of Duty definitely interested to see how that plays out, especially with the server side of things. And GTA, of course, really, really excited, man. Kwiss, will you be playing COD?
What the ports of Black Ops? Probably not. I'll be honest. I don't see like because Bubsy mentions it with Classic. Like, what is amazing? Like, who is this for?
Yeah,
what's the point?
That's another thing, right? They didn't specify when in July it comes out. They just said it's coming out in July, which is interesting.
July starts next week. So.
Yeah, I think there's a rumor when it's going to come out because I think the campaign mode at Black Ops 2, like one of the dates is like July something 2026.
Really?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard something like that, like in one of the missions. Because obviously that was set futuristic, but now we're in that date. And
6 July 6/7/2026.
That would be cold. I think that would be cold.
But yeah, maybe we should move on to the next topic. Man, I'll be honest with you. I saw a few tweets about the Steam machine. I saw the pricing, and bro, I instantly just like clocked down, man. Maybe you guys can talk about this Steam machine.
Bro, like it's weird because I didn't even know it was coming out. I only just kind of like saw it kind of like creep up, and it seems like these developers and these companies are really trying to milk you for your money, because it's like you buy the console, like the base one, you don't get a controller. So what is the point? How can that's so bizarre? Like you can sell a console for, I think how much is it? It's like $800 or something, and you don't get a controller. What are you supposed to do? With
£879, which
with
is
no controller, bro.
$1,049.
With no controller.
And I think I'm looking at in the 2 terabyte C machine is £1,149 and 1,208 with a controller. And
no controller.
It's the GTA. It's kind of GTA Ultimate Edition, right? Like you can get the game, but you have to pay.
But that's a controller, bro. Like, what are you gonna do? Just look at the machine?
We've all been gamers here for a long time. We played multiple generations of consoles. Have you ever bought a console without the controller coming with it? Like it's like anti-consumer, you know. I have to say, but I think the pricing probably comes as a result of this AI bubble everyone is waiting to pop. Because memory and RAM is such a luxury right now. But £879 for a Steam machine, I don't see who.
Honestly, bro, I remember people in the FGC were talking as if like this might just be the solution.
This is
this is not the solution, bro.
I even saw like comparisons where they were running like certain games alongside, I think, like the PlayStation Pro, and it's worse.
Bro. Yeah, it's worse. Yeah. For that price range, why would you buy it? I don't get it.
There are people who are making PCs at a comparable price that are running better. You know,
and you probably get a keyboard too.
Get a keyboard, get a mouse, get a mouse.
Bro, just imagine you bought a laptop and it had no keys and you opened it. There's no keys, bro. Like what? You have to buy the keys separate. Like what is going on? No controller with your console.
Can you use any controller with it though? Like, could I just plug in my DualSense?
What is like the ports? Does it have like USB-C ports?
It has to have like USB-A and USB-C ports, right? So maybe that's the because they're assuming most people would already have a controller on standby. Cool. But even still, like the price of the 2 terabyte is 1,149. Surely you can slap a controller in there. I mean, if I'm giving you 1,149 Great British pounds, you can give me a controller too. Like,
it's shocking, bro. The controller's butt ugly as well.
Is it the Steam controller? It is, right?
Yeah, that thing that just doesn't look good. But still, I have no idea. But you know, this week has been a weird week where I've been seeing so many weird things where people be making weird decisions. I think I'm maybe going a bit. Maybe I'm overheating, bro. I'm not seeing things properly, bro. Because I don't know about that.
But yeah, I don't think Steam Machine is something I would invest in personally.
No. I didn't even know it was coming out. Maybe that's why they kept it on the low. They're just like, yeah, let's just soft launch this. Like, no one needs to know.
When is it? I mean, did that release date?
I'll check. But the thing is, I think they had announced it and they had been working on it for quite some time now. I think that's the problem. I think the fact that AI and what's happened to memory and what's happened to RAM, I think that has been the big the limiting factor for it. And I think because we're already working on it, we have to release it. It costs a lot more to make now. This is the price they're gonna have to sell it for. Like it comes with 16 gigs of RAM as well, which there might be people who buy Steam machines to take the RAM and then just get rid of it. You know, that might be something we see. And I'm looking, it just says sign up to join the list if you want to buy one, so no release date just yet.
That is crazy. That's no release date yet.
That's weird because I saw reviews for it. So that's like, why are they reviewing it so early if there's no release date?
I mean, it's probably like media and press, you know, to get their
yeah, but to review, that's a review normally means like it's imminent coming out, but to review it this early, but I don't know, but they ain't got a controller, so I don't know. Well, like it doesn't make sense. So maybe they're reviewing it. I have no idea, bro.
£938 for the 512 gigabyte with a controller.
There we go.
But I could buy
You might.
a Steam Deck and a Switch with that much, I think.
I was about to say you might as well just get a Steam Deck. You know, yeah, you're gonna be able to run less games on it, but you can take that one anywhere. It's a hard sell. It's gonna be a hard sell for a lot of people. The idea of the Steam machine was it's for people who want to start PC gaming but don't want because again, getting into PC is quite hard. You know, you have to have a PC. There's OS. There's drivers, and like the Steam machine is supposed to like cut out all that fuss. You want to play. You want to play PC games. You want to play Steam games. This is the console to do it. And for £900, I don't see who it's for now. Honestly,
For sure.
I don't know.
For sure.
maybe it's for JoKa. He's got a lot of money.
Well,
You know,
I'm broke, man.
I
But-
can see JoKa having 2 Steam machines. In fact,
I saw you have
Yes.
I saw you have like 3 different cameras for your stream.
I have one that's been overheating and turning off. So let's not do that. Okay, let's not do that.
But the next topic I want to talk about is the Heatwave, man. How's everyone doing with this Heatwave? Because boy, I'm dying today, man. I feel like today, for us guys in the UK, today and tomorrow is the hottest days, and then Friday it calms down in Birmingham anyways. I don't know about in London. In London, you guys probably have a separate type of heatwave in the public transport and all that shit, because it's in
Oh, I haven't been touching anything. I've been streaming COD all day, but I literally started here sweating, bruv, in both ways, and just...
I went out yesterday to the cinema, and there was a part I was sitting down. I was just leaking, bro. Like I was just sitting down, and then like it just beat us like it's bad out here, man. Like it is bad. Like
leaking, you know.
it is.
I've been hot, but I've never leaked.
Leaking is crazy, bro.
Like it's been bad, you know. And I've got a wedding to go to on Friday as well. I'll be traveling on Thursday. I'm not looking forward to it at all. I ordered a portable fan online. I hope it arrives in time.
Traveling
If it
like
doesn't-
in UK or like Europe?
in UK, so it gotta take an hour train.
Hopefully it's one of them aircon trains and it won't be too bad.
If it's not, it was
GG's.
nice knowing you guys, for real.
Guys-
It was nice to finally do the podcast together. This was the plan from the beginning. At least we got one in with me before.
I said leaking, bro. Oh my
Like,
God.
I hope everyone's
It's just-
staying hydrated though, man. It's so important. You know, also goes for like some walks. I tend to go for my walks in the morning just to like avoid the hottest hours of the day. I think it's really important to get like vitamin D and stuff, man. You know what's funny, Bubsy? Yeah, today I started like there's an app called Step Up, right? I had it with my IRLs, and like we just like count steps for you, right? It's also automatically synced to the health app. And like we kind of bully one of my friends, right? Who not bully, but like we just take the piss out of him because he doesn't really walk much, right? And I thought, you know what, maybe I should make it to like motivate people in my Discord, and I did that today, and I already have like 10 people joining, and it's good to like encourage people to like, you know, get your steps in and just like sometimes just go for a walk and stuff like that. It really helps with the mental side of things, man.
Yeah.
People don't talk about it enough, I feel like.
No, that's one of the reasons. Like I go mainly just go to the gym, and it's like a mental. It's one of the things that my PE teacher, he always said to me that when you do like physical exercise, it's a good reset on your mind, and it makes you feel so much better. Like after a healthy mind is a healthy body. So it's definitely really, really important to do. It's something that I've been kind of like preaching and practicing for ages now. So definitely get your steps in, get your little resistance workouts in, and also eat healthy, you know, eat healthy and kind of do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I wish I could walk a lot more, but I just kind of do my stuff in the gym now. I was doing what's that thing called, the cross trainer? That's what I was doing this morning. In like bloody, my gym has no AC. It is nasty because it's got all the padding, so all the heat kind of stays in. It is literally like being in a sauna.
What time do you go?
I came out. It doesn't even matter. I went in this morning
Doesn't
about
matter,
8
it's
a.m.
crazy.
It doesn't matter, bro. Like, because it's like it's 35 today. The heat's staying in there, bro. So I go in, it's gonna have yesterday's heat, bro. That gym has no chill when it comes to summer. I literally done the thing for like 15 minutes. I came out like bucket loads of sweat, like top drenched, but it's the thing we do, man.
I've been going to a new 24-hour gym recently, so I get to be in there when no one is there. But even so, I'll walk there because it's still hot, very late. I'm walking there. I get into the gym already sweating like crazy. But like that has been like my respite recently. Just like a gym when no one, there might be one other guy in there at the same time. Just getting that work in.
Just leaking.
Then the walk home can be pleasant as well, you know, but like get your steps in, guys. You know, if you're gonna walk, don't do it 12 p.m. midday, or you might or walk with an umbrella if that's what you have to do, because that sun might destroy you. But yeah, I completely agree. You know, we gotta stay safe out here. I have a big jug of water I've been carrying with me everywhere. Like, you guys need the same thing, man.
Yeah, I guess let's wrap it up, Mike. I'm starving, bro. I'm gonna lie to you, man, bro. I'm hungry.
For sure, man. So guys, EVO Las Vegas does take place this weekend. Starts on the 26th on Friday. Of course, it's a 3-day event. A lot of top players there. This is the last EWC qualifier. Make sure you guys tune in to the EVO channels. Maybe it'll be streamed on the Tekken channel, and of course, myself and Chaos will also be streaming, so you can see our POVs. But yeah, I'm really excited to see who takes it. I'm really excited for the announcement. I'm really excited for the future of Tekken, of course. Any last words, guys?
Watch me play Black Ops, because I'll be murking these days. I don't know what's happening. I'm on a good streak in a minute, bro. Trust me, I'll be murking, guys. Watch me. Watch this space.
It was nice to be here because this was the plan originally, so it was cool to get one in at least. Hopefully, I can be back on a regular basis. That would be cool to start, you know, a little Three Musketeers thing. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, you know, it was fun. It was great being here. Stay safe, stay hydrated, stay cool.
Yeah, guys, stay safe, stay hydrated. This is the 3rd episode of Tekken World Talk. Of course, this one revolved around EVO mainly. I think the next time we do another episode would probably be just before the LCQ and EWC. Again, really excited for that as well. Maybe we'll get more news on Roger by then or something. No idea. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will also upload this onto YouTube and have all the timestamps and everything for you guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Kwiss, Bubsy, of course, as always. It does really mean a lot. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope to see you guys next time. Remember to stay safe, stay hydrated. And yeah, take care, guys. God bless. Peace.